up, fool? What's up, fool?
Alright, now I'm up.
Samuel. Samuel's there.
New technique like plywood for like a cross member, but like it's pliable.
I dig it.
Hence the plywood.
And it's easy to remove and replace.
Yeah, you want a little bit more air gap than what we have, because like it might get like barbecued a little bit. But you know when you go to like Raspberry Farm and you go to that place that like engraves your name in a wood plaque and it smells like burning wood?
That's what this is gonna be.
That's what it's gonna sound like.
Almost like a freshly sharpened pencil. But also like a campfire.
Más o menos.
Más o menos.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
So we're out here, P2, day 2. I mean, it's more than day 2. It's been beyond 2 days.
Oh no, this is day like minute 5 of the TV show. We're done with like everything else, and now we're just coming out of paint and like here, okay, Jane, it's done. Let's go.
Yo, we heard your dad died in a house fire, so we painted your car with flames. In my ride.
We're painted like face on the hood.
Yo, dog. we heard you like fish tanks. You wanna put it next to the exhaust?
Fish tank in my car?
I'll put a fish tank in your car.
What kind of fish, man?
For a lionfish, for illegal. So you could be like Joe Exotic of the sea, bro. Tiger shark.
Did Carol Baskin go in the water?
Carol Baskin.
She'll probably like, you know when you like a fat ass goes in the pool and all the water goes up? Baskin in a so like if Carol Baskin goes in the ocean, are we like out of water? Like a tsunami?
Tsunami? Eso tsunami. Alright, peep this. Sam, what size is this exhaust pipe?
3.5.
3.5 inch for all the flows.
Yeah.
You want flows? We got flows. Sick little taper in it.
Yeah, we did 2 3-inch tubes and a Y and a 3.5.
So it comes down from our American racing headers into the collectors into 3-inch tubes with some pinch clamps, which was my idea, not Sam's idea, but I wanted to try those out. Totally my idea. Sam doesn't want credit for that, that's fine. And then we have the 3-inch tubes here, which he's got all notched up and clearing. We kind of changed this from the last video, did some adjustments in it and whatnot. We got the Y pipe that Sam made, 2 3-inch into a 1, which is a 3.5. And then 3.5 all the way out the back. And then we got this cool taper in it, which actually doubles for style, functionality, and then ease of, and blow some smoke, and then ease of working on.
Get to everything still.
Exactly. These are the 3, what is it, the three check boxes. Reliability, cleanliness, and function.
That's right.
There it is, you're looking at it. Cleanliness, super freaking clean all the way down. Reliability, we're gonna put some brackets on there and make it super nice and reliable. And then the prettiness of it is all there as well. So, super gangster. Also, we started doing the brake lines. So again, all these brake lines are exact same length. Just welded in some tabs right now, so we're gonna get those going. I think there's another one to do on that side. Oh no, it's already in, huh? No, it's not in. So these are all here. But again, every single brake line that's the soft line for this car is the exact same length. These are them. We got gold because Frankie's a huge fan of Austin Powers, AKA Gold Member. And then we have the same line here. I'll show you kind of the bundle of them. We ordered a bunch, so we have about 10. There's 4 in the rear, 2 in the front, and then 2 for the clutch. And then this is our bleeder setup here. And then a feeder for the clutch as well. That'll be done here shortly. We're gonna have to pull the transmission out and all that stuff to get those hooked up. They're all there, so then I have 2 spares. So if my clutch line breaks, my front brake breaks, my handbrake breaks, my rear brake breaks, we got replacement lines. What do you think, Frankie? You like the way the front brake lines are looking?
Yeah, I'm happy with them.
Pretty clean.
Yep.
Pretty clean. All 90s into straights, 20 inches long. Long. What are we doing, Sam?
Just tacking some tabs on to hold the springs for the electric.
Little spring slots like the dirt bikes exhaust?
Yeah, race car stuff, man.
Race car stuff, man. That's it, you just run a zip tie from that one to another one, and you're good.
Just make sure they're high temperature. No, it just is.
Let's see.
There you go.
You like it?
Oh yeah.
So that'll
Just leave her tacked. Screw it. Why not?
just leave it there. So those are just tacked in place to get the measurement right, but we got just the spring and the 2 tabs, and yeah, that's
Pull it
how it
off, stitch weld that all nice and clean, weld up a few more spots, and we're done.
So sick. Here we go, full run through. American Racing stainless headers, meeting up some collectors to this P2 FabWorks, beautiful exhaust. Full TIG weld, full stainless steel, 3-inch setup here. And then here's our little spring locks that Sam just installed. We're in and taking all this off and having them welded all up. But there's one there and one there. So the wide pipe, the whole rear end of the exhaust pretty much slips and slides on right here. And then it comes back here to a 3.5 transition. So 3-inch to 3.5. 3.5 all the way back. Got a 45 there, 45 there. And then she comes all the way out the back here. Boom! At an angle, super sick angle. One of the things that Sam's been explaining to me is here's one of our tabs that we're mounting off of. But that what happens with stainless is that when it heats up, it expands and shrinks. So it kind of just does this growing thing. And so what Sam did was put in this mount here with a slot in it so that the system can expand and contract as it heats up and cools down, which is pretty freaking gangster. And then per Formula Drift rules, axle back, and then we added a taper in it again for functionality and styling. But there it is, 3-inch all the way to 3.5. This one's a lot bigger than the last because we got the 14:1 compression on this naturally aspirated motor. It's pretty sick. Last thing to do on these is to obviously finish welding it, but we got to install the O2 sensor bungs, and then that'd be pretty much it. The exhaust is ready to go. Big beauty. Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, so we got the transmission out. Clutch lines are hooked up. Rear brake lines are hooked up. We're getting ready to bleed the system. I was able to mount the bleeder right there for the clutch, so we don't have to get under the car to bleed it. Pretty gangster. Got my baby right here. My G-Force GSR gearbox. These guys are so dope with such a legit product. I freaking love G-Force so much with all my heart. So peep it, there's those gold lines again. Feeder from the bulkhead that goes inside the car. I shaved this down a little bit, as most of you guys know have been following the build. This has been real tight on the transmission, getting them on and off, so we kind of did a barrel sander in there real quick to bring down that paint and edge. And then you can see the clutch bleed line, and that's the one that goes up there to the back of the head. Bam! So again, all the same gold lines. And then Frankie got the rears done, so the gold line's there, and then we have the hard lines come to the front and go into the T's. We had to take this section out because it was double walled, and it's just what you gotta do. It'll get painted sometime in the future. And then we got the separators, hose separators from Phoenix Industries right there, and then a bunch of Phoenix fittings and stuff, and some nice gold lines. Gonna be sick.
Damn right.
Now we're gonna throw in the brake light switch.
Yeah, I gotta figure out where to want it.
Okay. Put it right in that area.
Anywhere there's a...
It literally just needs power to run through it, right? It could really just be hot all the time.
You don't want it to.
Yeah. So all those lines are in. Fuel lines are here, coolant lines are here. I do want to do something. I'll probably get some more hose separators. The problem with this is that the top one's for a -8 and the bottom's the -6 line. They don't make -6 or -8 to 6 separators yet, which I'm really hoping that they do. Somebody's already mentioned it to them, so hopefully Phoenix comes out with that, because then that would make these a lot more secure. But I'll probably put another one of those here to help hold it, and then probably another around this area to help hold it as well. Nice and clean, tucked away. They're a little loose. We got some wiggle room in there, but it should be good. I'm excited about this car. Really like the fact that we can bleed this system without putting the trans in, so we can see if it's leaking at all. Pretty dope. Drilled these holes here for Sam to weld on the bungs for the American Racing headers. And then we gotta get some heat sleeve, -10 heat sleeve for this side because the oil lines are right next to the header. And then -16 heat sleeve for right where the header goes on that side. So I'll probably try to get some of that stuff off of like Amazon or something because our boys over at Phoenix don't make that stuff. So that's unfortunate. Hopefully they get on that one soon too, because that would be dope. And then we got our gold lines up there. Got our super fancy mounts or little zip ties that allow them to move in and out. So this thing's coming together, dude. But we're gonna bleed the brakes and the clutch here soon. We will be back with the brake switch installed and lines getting ready to bleed. Frankie's touching up the last of it. We got the brake light switch put in place now. It's gonna go there. So essentially power just needs to come off of some type of fuse box into that, and then on the outside of that to the 2 tail lights up there, which should be fairly easy. And then the tail lights need to be grounded somewhere to the chassis. And then there's the second plug on there that'll be the running lights. That's gonna have to be its own setup, but the braking lights will be connected to there. And so what that does is as soon as I push the brake pedal, it pushes pressure into that switch. That switch trips and allows power to go through to the lights. That's our switch. Instead of building some type of bracket like what the BMWs have where there's a little plunging pedal on there, this is actually how you do it with hydraulics, which is sick. And then the hose separators go back in. And then after that, I believe all this stuff's already tight, right, Frankie? And we could start bleeding. That was literally the last thing, was the brake light switch. And we can start bleeding the car. Gonna be sick. All right, so this is pretty dope because these are the, oh my God. These are the reservoirs that Frankie suggested we put on the car. They actually make the whole system way freaking cleaner beside when you spill everywhere.
I didn't see any spillage.
So we'll fill these up and then we'll start bleeding the system. It's getting late, we're hungry and tired.
Angry.
There it is, get a rag.
You think I'm angry?
I don't know, are you angry? I'm not angry, I'm pissed off.
Leave the masters here. Good for nothing, tricksters.
Uh-oh. Oh, there she goes. Is that how you bleed them? All over my floor?
I mean,
should I get something to put under there?
You get something else.
Like what?
That's gonna be more.
No. Oh no. What should I get? What should I get?
This is Willwood cardboard box.
Get the Willwood cardboard boxes right there that he pointed at. Where are they? Oh yeah, these are already wet, so now you never know the difference between brake fluid and water that's already in them. Oh yeah, look at that,
I'll push the brake pedal. Slow. Okay. We're good, ready. A little bit of air.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good there. That left tilt machine. Sorry, it's like all you have to do is like gravity bleed it. It's totally fine. Just, I don't know if they do something internally to make these things trap air, but whatever you're doing over there, Tilton,
Keep doing it.
do not try this at home. We are trained semi-professionals. Do not do this in your brand new interior.
This is exactly how you should do it if you're putting a pedal box in your brand new interior.
Creasing it a little bit.
It's like the helmet, you scratch it, get that first crash out the way.
Yeah. Right size wrench, I thought it was 15. Clearly it's a 14 or 9/16.
It's getting a little slippery there on you. Ah!
Is that in your hand?
Yeah, the whole time.
Sorry.
There we go. All right.
Get that nice.
Put the camera down so I can get this out of here. So when you're bleeding these, usually you'll have somebody bleed the back and bleed the front, and the reason is because you have a front and a rear master on here, but we're forced to do just the rear and then do the front and then probably touch back up on the rear and then the front again. So that's kind of a weird setup that you have here. Usually somebody will do the exact same thing Frankie's doing, but in the front at the same exact time. It is what it is. You work with what you got. Get it done. Holding. Holding. Pedal has such a low pressure again because it's on the bias bar. So now the front and rear are bled, and as you can see, the pedal dips inch to half an inch and is immediately stiff. So it kind of feels like a car with vacuum assisted brakes. And that has everything to do with tilting, 110%, the way that they set up the masters relative to the calipers that are on your brake system, all of that stuff, because these are different size masters, so they put out different pressures, and then the sizes of those are relative to your calipers to make it feel like you still have a power assisted brake, which this absolutely feels like. I can't wait to drive it and see how sensitive this is, how not sensitive it is, and how it really feels after driving the car. That'll be nice. So now the foot brake is done, onto the handbrake. Holding. Feels pretty solid. It's got a little bit of slop. I'd like to see if we can take it up. Go ahead. How's it look? Okay, you want to try to do the other side one more time? So it feels a lot better, but it feels like there's still some slop in it. With my handbrakes, I like my handbrakes to be almost instant, because in a moment's notice when you gotta grab that thing, you want it to lock up. So that little bit there, after reacting to what the guy in front of you is doing, and then getting on the handbrake to grab it, there's a lot of time there being wasted. So you want to make sure everything's dialed in. Maybe we'll do this and lean this forward. Holding. That feels way better. I can't help but push the brake pedal. So the benefit to running a Wilwood Master, like this Chase Bays Hoonigan Collabo handbrake, and the Seems Legit stuff in the rear, is that this stuff works really good in conjunction with each other. So that right there is probably locking the rear end. Like the rear end in the Pro-Am car, that's locked. Like I don't have to yank the hell out of it and put a ton of force through it. It works really well. So now we'll go ahead and seal the cap. Bam. That feels great. I'll probably adjust that handle to be a little bit further away, just because I like it a little further away from me. Yeah, there it is. This thing's dope. We just gotta tighten that nut, which I don't think is an 11, but if it is, I'm gonna tighten it right now. It's not. 9/16. Nope. Whatever. Point is, works great. Foot brake's dialed. Last thing is Sir Clutch. Sir Clutch a lot. There's a bunch of play right there, which hopefully that's what we're gonna take out. But geez, that already has pressure. You have the same exact pedal assembly.
Yeah.
And you have the same clutch, the 4-disc?
No, I have a 5-disc carb.
Damn.
A little bit different price point.
Just, I mean, slightly.
The organic one?
This is the 4-disc 7.5 clutch setup.
Carbon one's like 5 times.
Jeez. You also make like how much more horsepower than me? Probably 500 more horsepower than me?
How much is this gonna make?
Hopefully 7 at the wheel.
I made 1176 on the old engine, and this one should make like 13.
Yeah, so you probably make 600 or 700 more horsepower than me. No, 6. You make 600 more horsepower than me. So you gotta pay to play, right, Frankie?
Yes. Pay tuition.
Getting in the school of hard knocks.
Yes, sir.
I got FDF. We were talking about these plates. I told them all those dimple dies, just do them all up. No reason to not have grip back here. I think his new ones are gonna be all dimpled up. Feels fine. I know I need to install a stop though.
100%.
That's my only worry. Ooh, it sucked down a ton of fluid just in those two bleeds. So just a little bit. It's actually not really even play, because it's almost instantly to pressure right there. Like that's the play. Carol Baskin?
Line 4 murder. And Exotic Joe's paying the price for her being murdered.
Exotic Joe is an innocent man.
And a beautiful singer.
An amazing singer.
Don't tell me he lip sync. I want to hear that blasphemy.
He's
out
not.
of anyone's mouth.
He's not lip singing.
He's got an angelic voice, brilliant personality, and style for days. He made Affliction great again.
Joe Exotic for president 2020. We had a businessman in the White House. That was fun. What do you think about an exotic businessman? I'm willing to give her a go. This is awesome, dude. Now I just need to get my go pedal to work. All right, guys. that's pretty much it for the day. We're going home. Frankie's tired. I'm tired.
I'm gonna put the trans in.
Oh, we want to put that in tonight?
You're not coming tomorrow, right?
Let's put the trains in tonight. All right, wait, hold on. Wait, we gotta put the transmission in. Bam, she's down on the floor. So we got the brakes done today. We got the clutch done today. And we also got the exhaust done today. And then the whole thing's back together. Trans is back in it, drive shaft's back in it. I gotta tighten up the drive shaft stuff on there still. 2 out of the 3 pedals are working now, which is super dope. Shout out to Frankie for the brake system, because it's super gangster. Hey. If anybody knows what that means, put it in the comments. That'd be hilarious if somebody actually knew what it meant. All right, so the last thing to do here at P2 is do all the ducting, which is still a huge job, but that is one of the last major pieces to the puzzle as far as fabrication. And then we're off to CBM for some, what's that called? Wiring. Wires. We got to keep the smoke inside the wires. Smoke gets out, that's a bad thing. So
There is a tolerance for factory smoke for wiring. Some have more smoke than others. Either way, smoke and wires, not so good.
try to keep it inside. Yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Thank you guys for watching. As always, stay safe.